welcome back. My name is Karina. This is a yoga Pilates fusion class. So a lot of yoga based movements, kind of like a yoga workout almost, or a stretch and strength class if you will. We're not going to use any props today. All you need is a mat, but you may want some yoga blocks if you have them, yoga strap if you want, cushion, a little folded towel for any cranky bits, wrists maybe. If anything doesn't feel good, don't do it, just skip it. You can always come back to a resting pose. Usually a resting pose would be child's pose, sitting back to the heels with your head down. But if that's not a comfortable pose for you, you could lie on your side, on your back, you could sit, whatever's comfortable. Grab water at any time, and let's get started. So we're going to start hands and knees. So if you've done yoga before, a lot of this will be familiar, but it's kind of like yoga with bite. So again, making sure your wrists, your knees, your tailbone, everything's happy in whatever position you're going to be in. Spread your fingers out on the ground, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're just going to start with a little cat and cow stretch. So take a big breath in, relax your belly, lift your head. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, curl. And just take your time going back and forth. If you want to take this a little deeper with stretching, you could curl your toes under. So as you round your back, you could go backwards over your toes to stretch your toes. And then inhale, relax your belly, coming forward over your wrists. So only adding this extra bit of stretching if it feels good. Otherwise, just stay in the center and focus on your spine. Either way, keep breathing. And feel free to put some music on in the background. Music always helps. Deep breaths. And then gradually make your way back to the center, hands and knees. Sometimes we call it table pose, like a table. Curl your toes under, lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling, and just start to walk out your feet. Just going for a walk. One heel up and then the other, spreading the toes. And then both heels lifting together, both heels lowering together. So lift and lower. Try to keep a nice long spine. Wake up those arms, press the hands into the mat, support your shoulders. Good. Now we're going to lift the heels, lower the knees to hover. Lift the knees, lower the heels. Heels up, knees down, knees up, heels down. So you're just hovering your knees. So a little bit of core work, warming things up. Try to keep a long spine. So avoid rounding your back with any of these movements. Just go with your breath. You don't have to go at the pace I'm going. You do you. Go at your own pace. Last time. And then you're going to hover the knees and just stack the knees under the hips. So you're hovering the knees. We're going to do hovering. Cat and cow. Inhale, relax the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the magic. Another 4. And 3. And a 2. And a 1. And come back to downward dog, just hold it. Deep breath. So don't worry so much if your heels don't touch the ground. A lot of us are tight in the back of the legs. Or it can be about ankle mobility, or it can just be about how long your bones are. So don't worry about it. Start to lower your knees, coming back to that child's pose. Resting on your heels, rest your head down. Rotate your wrists if you need to. Deep breath. And then coming up to your forearms and your knees. So stack your elbows under your shoulders, and you can clasp your fingers together if you like, if that's more comfortable. Even padding under your elbows if you need. If you have a really thin yoga mat and you're on a hard floor, sometimes extra padding is required. Knees under hips. And we're going to take one leg back, curl the toes under, so you're flexing your foot, and then you're going to lift your leg and point your toes. Lower down, flex, lift and point. So keep a nice long spine, try to keep your hips square. Little kicks, controlled kicks. Point up, flex down. Point up, flex down. Wake up that tummy. And 4, and 3, and 2. Hold it up, point the toes, little pulses, push, push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. Come onto your hands. Flex the foot. Cross it over to the left. Look over your shoulder at your right foot. So toes curled under. Big side stretch. Pressing through the heel. Anytime you hold a pose, remember you're not holding your breath. And then bring that foot back in line with the rest of you. We're going to bring it all the way through between the hands to a lunge. Knee over ankle. So let your hips sink gently, ever so gently. Deep breath. Reach your arms up. We're going to get into a little bit of a balance here. So make sure your back knee is happily padded if needed. And we're going to start to push into the front foot to straighten the front leg. Arms come forward. Bend the knee back to the lunge. Reach up. Stretch the leg. Reach forward. Bend the knee. Reach up. With your breath. Just move with your breath. Keep your hips as square as you can. Give yourself time to feel that nice sinking of the hips and then lengthening of the spine and lengthening of the legs. Just lengthen the legs slowly. Relax your shoulders. And then come back to your lunge. We're going to come up to a high lunge, so you can use your hands to get up there. Put your hands on the ground to get up, or curl your back toes and lift the back knee without using your hands, whatever you prefer. And we're going to pulse the legs. So if your arms are getting tired, you could bring your hands to your hips, whichever you like. Just keep your hips, so you're still trying to pull that back hip forward, squaring the hips as much as you can. Breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your palms together at the chest. Hinge forward. So feel a nice long line from your back heel right up through the top of your head. Twist your left elbow towards your right knee. You can lower your back knee to the mat if you need more stability. Just breathe. Holding and breathing, breathing and holding. And then slowly reach your arms all the way up again, facing forward. Lift and lower your front heel up and down. Little ankle push-ups. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Again, you could bring your hands to your hips if you prefer. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the heel down, step forward to the top of your mat. Standing tall, finding a mountain pose. So feet stacked under the hips. Nice, lengthened, long, everything's stacked up nice and tall. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Trying to make sure I don't stab myself in the eye with my snake plant. Hands on the mat. Step back to plank. Holding plank, thank you very much. We're going to do single knee taps. Just tap one knee down and then the other. Alternating, tap, tap. Nice open shoulders, try not to round your back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come all the way down onto the belly, up to a cobra. Cobra can be on your hands or down on your elbows and forearms if you prefer. So listen to your back. Deep breath. And then make your way back to that child's pose or whatever resting pose you prefer. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax the shoulders. And then come all the way back up and down onto your forearms again. Forearms and knees. So elbows under the shoulders. Interlace your fingers if you like. We're going to take the left leg back this time, or whichever leg you didn't do. Curl the toes under. Lift your leg to point the toes, lower to flex. Lift and point, flex to lower. Breathing. Controlled kicks. Point and flex. Point and flex. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, little pulses, push, push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up there. Come up onto your hands, flex the foot, cross it over to the right, put the toes down, look over your right shoulder, side stretch, deep breath. Really pressing through that heel. And then pick up the foot, bring it all the way through between the hands. Find that lunge, low lunge. So knee over ankle, nice and stacked. And then when you're ready, reaching the arms up, relax the shoulders down. Just turn your palms in a bit. Start to stretch your front leg, shifting, reach the arms forward. Bend the knee, reach the arms up. Stretch and reach. Bend and reach. Deep breaths. Just move with your breath. Make sure your back knee, again, is happily padded if you need. If you don't have any pads, you can always roll your mat underneath your knee. Just kind of fold it over once or twice. Take your time with this. There's balance involved in case you haven't noticed. Ooh, and don't fall over. Okay, we're going to come back to our lunge. We're going to come up to a high lunge. So curling the back toes under, hands or no hands, come on up. When you get there, pulsing the legs. Hands up or hands on hips. Keep breathing. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your lunge. Palms together to the chest. Hinge forward. Feel that nice long line. Twisting to the left, trying to bring that right elbow to the left knee. Again, you can lower the back knee if you need to. Focus on something still. Your drishti point. Help you focus, help you balance. Whether it's a dust bunny on the floor or a plant you're staring at. Maybe a textbook, I don't know. And then come all the way up, reach the arms up. And we're going to lift and lower the front heel. Hands up or hands on hips. Take your time. Ankle push-ups, lift and down. Always breathing for 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heel, big step forward. Standing in mountain pose. Spread the toes, standing nice and tall. I'm going to back away from my snake plant just so I don't stab myself in the eye. Big breath in. If you have a snake plant or a sharp plant, watch out. Exhale, diving down. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, down. Hands to the mat, step back to plank. Hold in your plank. Double knee taps. Tap them both down, lift them both up. So trying to keep your upper back still and neutral and steady for 8, 7, wake up the core, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then your knees can be up or down as you come down onto your belly and up to your version of Cobra. So if you're on your hands, your elbows don't have to be straight. And your arms don't have to be straight. You can have your elbows bent. Don't force your spine into grumpy positions. And then lower down if you like to come back to child's pose or your resting pose. Just breathe. Just resting. You can always take your knees wider apart, toes together to give your stummy more room. I call it your stummy. That's stomach and tummy combined, maybe. All right, we're going to come back to hands and knees, table pose. Back to downward dog. Lift your tushy to the sky. Walking out your feet a bit. All right, and then we are going to lift the right leg all the way up. So I don't know, my right leg might look like your left. I'm just telling you which leg I'm doing. You're welcome to do the same or do the one that it looks like. We're going to pulse the leg up. Push, push. So your hips can be open here. Give that leg some room, but try to keep your shoulders square. Press the hands into the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to bring that knee to the chest. We're going to shift forward to plank, bring the knee to the chest. Stretch it all the way back up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, plank. Back to three-legged dog, back and forth. Move with your breath. Go at your own pace. You can always, as an alternative, you can just have your other knee down and just do kind of a table version of knee and reaching, or three-legged dog, lower the knee for plank. So you don't have to keep both legs off the ground the whole time if you don't like that feeling. Last 3, last 2, last 1. We're going to hold the knee to the chest in plank and pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Put the right knee close to the right hand. Lower your back knee and foot. Walk your left leg all the way back. So, we're coming into pigeon pose. Pigeon is not for everybody, so it's a big hip stretch. An alternative to pigeon is swinging around on your back and putting that right foot on your left thigh, pulling the left thigh in. Or left foot on the ground, pull your right knee in. Just trying to stretch that hip, basically. So if pigeon is not for you, come onto your back. Very important to listen to your knee and your hips here. Now, ideally, we all have our shin parallel to the front of the mat. In a lot of cases, that doesn't happen. Our foot gets sucked back, but that's the way life is. So we don't want to lean into one hip though. We want to stay in the center. You can always shove a little cushion under there if you like. And then sometimes staying nice and tall feels nice. Or sometimes coming down all the way or as far as you can feels nice. So just see what feels good for you. And we're just going to hold for a few breaths. We don't want to cool down yet. We want to keep the body warm, but we're getting warm. So while we're nice and warm, we're going to do this deep stretch. While the muscles are warm and cozy and happy with deeper stretching. Deep breaths. Deep stretch, deep breaths. And you can stay here, or if you want a little extra stretch, you can walk up, bend your back knee, and grab your back foot to stretch your quads. Aha. So if you're doing this, still trying to face forward to get that really deep stretch. And then whatever position you're in, one more deep breath. Slowly release the foot if you haven't. Come up all the way, and we're going to slowly come back to downward dog and slowly walk out the feet. Slow, slow, slow. And then from here, just a little mini flow. We're going to walk the feet up to the hands to the top of the mat. Slowly roll all the way up. When you get there, big breath in, reach up. Exhale, diving all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. Onto the belly. Up to cobra. Or up dog, where just the tops of the feet and the hands are touching the ground. And then make your way back to child's pose. Deep breath. Relax your forehead. Don't go to sleep, we're not done. Come back up to hands and knees. And take yourself back to downward dog, if you please. Walking out the feet. Walk this way. Spread the toes, give them a stretch. Hip dipping. And then we're going to stretch the left leg all the way up. Pulsing it, push, push. So remember, try to square your shoulders, get support for your shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, bring the knee to the chest, plank. Stretch it back up, three-legged dog. So again, you could be in table, hands and knees, while you do this stretch. Or you can just do the full, but always know you can lower your right knee. Be mindful of your shoulders as you stretch that leg back up to the ceiling. Support, don't go too fast that you pull anything. Last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come forward to plank, knee to chest, pulse it, push, push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Put the left knee next to the left hand. Walk your right leg back. Whew. Holy moly. Okay. So, we're in pigeon again. Look at that. You can come down onto your back instead. Put your left foot on your right thigh, figure 4. Or stay in pigeon. So, keeping your weight in the center. You can stay up, getting a nice little back stretch, different stretch in the hips. Or, come down low, taking deep breaths. Or catching your breath, one way or the other. Again, you can stay here in pigeon, or you can walk back up tall, bend your back knee, reach around and grab the foot. And depending how flexy you feel, you can even kind of hook your foot into your elbow. So it's like a little, kind of keeps it there. Trying to face forward. So you're just always trying to get your hips facing forward to get that nice full deep stretch. And yes, just because it's a workout class, we do still end in Shavasana, so you'll get a nice little stretchy, resty thing at the end. One more deep breath. And then very slowly, whatever position you're in, start to make your way slowly back to downward dog. Walking out the feet. It's a deep stretch, that's why I say come out of it slowly. And then you're going to walk your feet up to your hands, standing forward fold. Slowly rolling up. When you get to the top, big breath in to reach up. Exhale, diving down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale down. Stepping or hopping, whoop, back to plank if you're a hopper. down onto the belly, up to cobra or upward dog. Still breathing. And then make your way back to child's pose. Take a rest, relax your forehead down, and breathe. Coming back up to hands and knees, stacking everything up nice and tall again. And we're going to take the right leg back and lift it off the ground. And you can point your foot or flex it, doesn't matter. But you're going to try to reach your opposite arm forward off the ground. Now this can be an option if you're not in a very balancy state. You can keep your hand on the ground, but just trying to wake up that core and try to balance. Feel support from the hand and knee that are still on the ground. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring the elbow and knee to the center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, in. So if you were just doing the leg, you would just do the leg, as we did before. So we're just, by adding the arm, you're adding more balance challenge, creating more heat. Last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Reaching out, put the hand down, bring the foot all the way through between the hands, which is a core workout in itself. Remember, grunting helps. So we're going to reach the arms up again. Deep breath. And then we're going to lower the opposite hand down next to the foot. Reach and twist the right arm up. So the hand that's on the mat, really press it down to support that shoulder so it's away from your ear. Now you can keep your back knee down here for this next little section, or you can curl your back toes and lift your back knee. And we're going to end up lifting the left hand off the mat. So that's why I say you can keep the back knee down, or more challenge to keep the back knee up. Take your hand off the mat, lifting your upper body, still twisting to the right. So think about pulling your left hip forward and your right hip back. Palms facing out to the side of the mat. Relax your shoulders. And then reach your arms up, facing forward. Lifting your back knee if it's down, because we're going to start to put all the weight onto the front foot and do a balance here. So I'm going to walk away from my snake plant a little. So we're going to put all the weight onto the front foot. Now you can just keep your back tippy toes down and just start here. Bend your front leg for support, or you can tip your back foot completely off the ground. And your hands could even find the ground again, or some yoga blocks, or maybe they wrap around your ankle. Or Warrior 3, reaching your arms forward. Reach your arms anywhere, play with it. Find a balance that works for you. Again, focus on something still. And always breathing. And then slowly stand onto 2 feet into a forward fold. So just relax your head down, feet under your hips. Just relax your head, give it a slow little shake out. Nod your head, no. I'm not tired. Nod your head, yes. I love yoga, Pilates, fusion. And then inhale, rolling up, reaching up, exhaling all the way down. Inhale halfway up, exhale down. We're going to come all the way up again, rolling up, reaching up with your palms facing in. Bend your knees into chair pose. So it's like a yoga squat. Put some weight in your heels, arms by your ears, nice long spine. We're going to pulse the hips, pulse the legs. Keep breathing. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your chair. Bring your palms to your chest. We're going to put all the weight onto the left foot. Give that right foot a break. Still bent. You're going to tap your right toes back and in. Back and in. So we still have this hinge of the upper body. It's like you're still in a chair pose with one leg. And see, maybe you can run your arms with your leg. Or keep your palms together. Just got all the weight on that one leg, so it's still kind of a balance challenge. Kind of, it is. Last 5 and 4. Tummy working. 3 and 2 and 1. And stand on both feet, standing tall. Oh, inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Hands on the mat, step back to plank. And this time, we're going to come right back to downward dog, just holding downward dog. So feel that stretch in the back and in the backs of the legs. Spread the fingers. And then lower the knees wide or closer together. Come back to child's pose. Take a rest. Just breathing. Your arms can reach forward or tuck by your sides or even, hands under your forehead. There are no rules. Make it work for you. And then come back up to hands and knees. Want to keep that body warm. We're still moving. Take your left leg back and off the floor. So you can just do your leg or reach your opposite arm forward. Find your balance. Big breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Or just your knee to chest and back. You don't have to do the arm. If your balance is not happening today, I understand. Breathing. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and reach, hold and reach. Put the hand down. Bring the foot through. Pull into that lunge, that lovely, lovely lunge. Reach your arms up, shoulders down. Find your breath. Lower your opposite hand down, reach the left arm up to twist. Feel that shoulder support from the bottom arm. Option to curl your back toes and lift your back knee here. Preparing for our other twist. So start to take your right hand off the ground, lift your upper body, still twisting to the left. Right hip pulling forward, left hip pulling back. Really twist. And breathe. This is not easy, and it does feel awkward. You're twisting to the side you don't really think you should be twisting to. On purpose. You're welcome. And then reach your arms up, facing forward. Back knee off the ground now. And we're going to come into our balance. The next balance, I guess. So, you're going to put all your weight into that front foot. Start to shift forward. Keep the tippy toes down. Just find your position. Hinging if you want. Arms could reach forward, to the side, to the back, or find the ground, or find your ankle. Whatever floats your boat. Just keep breathing. Focus on something still. And then standing on 2 feet into a standing forward fold. Relax your head, give it a slow little shake. Release your neck. And then roll yourself all the way up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. We're going to come all the way up again. Inhale up. Reach up, palms facing in. Exhale to that chair pose. This time, we're going to lift and lower the heels. Keep a nice long spine, arms by your ears, heels up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Bring your palms to your chest. Put all the weight on your right foot. Tap your left toes back and in. Back. So you're still in kind of half of the chair pose here. You can run your arms if you so choose. Keep breathing. For 6, and 5, and 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1. And then stand up on both feet. Inhale, another big reach up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your back. Exhale down. And this time, guess what? You get to sit down. Scoot back. Give your legs some room. Feet and legs close together. Gently flex your feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge down. And stretch. And breathe. And isn't the stretching and breathing just glorious? Ah. And then from here, you're going to roll all the way down onto your back. Make sure your head has room on your mat. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest. And just rotate the ankle. And doesn't it feel nice to lie down? My goodness. Relax the foot. Take that right knee across to the left. Gentle twist. Trying to keep your right shoulder as close to the ground as you can. Feel free to turn your head in the opposite direction of your leg. Relax your belly a little. Relax your forehead. And then back to the center. Keep holding on to that right knee. Put your left foot on the ground, so you're bending your left knee. Take that right leg up to the ceiling. Grab behind, just flex and point the foot up to the ceiling. Nice long spine. Keep your tailbone down. And then relax the foot down. Stretch both legs all the way out. Big full body stretch before we do the other side. Reach your arms back. Big full body squiggle. And then hug your left knee to your chest. Rotating the ankle. Relax the ankle, cross that left knee over to the right to twist. Turning your head to the left if you like. Keep that left shoulder close to the ground. Slowing down your breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then bring that leg back to center, still hugging that left knee in. Bring your right foot flat to the floor. Now stretching the left leg up. Flex and point the foot. Just a gentle pull of the leg towards you. So think of your tailbone like a paperweight. Keep it down so you don't curl it up. And then relax the leg down. Stretch both legs all the way out again. Reach your arms back. Big, big stretch. You can even take your arms and legs out wider like a starfish. Big, big stretch. The starfish stretch. And then hug both knees in towards the chest. Do a little rock side to side. We're just going to do a little bridge pose. So bring the feet flat to the floor. Arms by your sides. And start to roll your hips, pelvis, and spine off the mat. Walk your shoulders down so your neck has lots of space. And just feel that nice opening in the hips. If you want to feel a little more in the back, you can interlace your fingers underneath. Walk your shoulder blades closer together. Press your feet down into the mat. Soft forehead. One more deep breath. And then if your hands are interlaced, release. Walk your shoulder blades back out. Slowly lower your spine and hips back to the mat. And stretch your legs all the way out. Finding Shavasana. So this is your corpse pose or relaxation pose if you prefer. It's just lying in whatever position is comfortable for you. Try not to skip this part. Don't turn me off. This is the juicy relaxation part. Get totally comfy cozy. We're gonna lie here for about, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes. We'll see how it goes. But just close your eyes. If you have any low back pain or your low back feels tight, you can bend your knees or put a pillow under your knees for support. Just close your eyes. Just totally rest on your mat. Feel heavy. Let gravity take over. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, rock your head side to side. And start to roll over onto your right side if you can. Just resting in a little fetal pose. Just bend your knees, rest your head and your arm. Eyes closed. And then when you're ready, slowly come up to a seated position. Just take your time, sitting nice and tall. Rest your hands in your lap. Nice long spine. Give your spine lots of space. And take a big breath in, squeeze the shoulders up tight. Exhale them down. Inhale your arms all the way up. Bring your palms together. Exhale down to the chest. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Go grab some water, and I will see you again next time.